Ahead of FFA Cup action, Bentley Greens had a local derby to contend with, travelling up the road to Clayton to face Kingston City on Friday night. Coincidentally, it was Kingston who the Greens defeated 4-0 to reach this coming Tuesday night's round of 32 berth. But on Friday it was a different story, with the hosts taking an early lead through Afghan international Faisal Safa. Things were compounded for Bentley only 2 minutes later, when Kingston defied the pre-match odds and doubled their advantage after Cooper Legrand got on the end of a low ball into the area. John Anastasiadis' men managed to peg one back on the 25th minute when Brodie Taylor's precise path into the path of Matt Thurtell evaded all Kingston defenders in the box. But the 2-1 scoreline lasted for all of 10 minutes, when a goal of the season contender from Alex Caniglia was no match for Ryan Scott. Five minutes out from the half-time break, and former Kingston man Velibor Mitrovic earned his new side a golden chance to again close the goal margin when he was brought down inside the penalty area. There were mild scuffles following the penalty decision, which resulted in the Green striker being cautioned by the referee. Matt Thurtell stepped up for the spot kick and made no mistake, halving Kingston's advantage for the second time. Kingston weren't shell-shocked though, and replied almost instantly, but were denied by the woodwork to Bentley's relief. But the home side did get their fourth goal, capping off what was a crazy opening half of football, with Legrand bagging his second goal of the night in the shadows of half-time. Into the second half, and a much more cagey period compared to the first, meant it took until the 76th minute for the scoreline to change, and it was to the Greens' advantage when some clinical finishing from Thurtell at the front post saw the striker complete his hat-trick and reduce the deficit to 1 goal once again. A mere 2 minutes later, and the Greens finally brought proceedings back level after a Thurtell header glanced off the far post, leaving Mitrovic to ghost in and convert, with the score staggeringly at 4-4. With 5 minutes left, Kingston were left furious when a stray leg from Mitrovic brought down a player inside the box, but the referee on the night waved away appeals, with the Greens gaffer conceding post-match that the tackle was indeed a foul. The final seconds of the game were fitting of what was an insane fixture, as Kingston hit the crossbar from well outside the box before a great save from Ryan kept out the follow-up from Legrand. The 8-goal thriller ended with points shared, and despite some defensive concerns, there were positive signs from the Greens, as John Anastasiadis' men now turned their attention to Tuesday's huge FFA Cup clash with Wellington Phoenix.
Friday night horror movie, that's what it was, especially the first half. But the second half the boys showed some character and controlled the game, and we got our reward for it. Could have had a fifth, and then they could have had a penalty. It was a penalty, no doubt about it. And then they were lucky to hit the post. So, crazy game. But it's something that we've got to work on, especially our first half. We can't afford to allow teams to get into a game so quickly, so early. We know it's a massive task for us. Wellington have recruited exceptionally well. And I think it'll be a very tough game for us. One advantage, if it is an advantage, we nearly finished our season, so we're pretty hot and fit, and whereas Wellington more or less started their pre-season. So, but they are a professional club, so they do train every day, and there's no doubt that they'll be ready for this game. So we just got to go out there, play our game. We'll analyse them, work out a system that we want to attack them with, and then hopefully that all goes well, and we get a win and go to the next round.